examining human nature through an eternity loop in Star Trek: Strange New Worlds. The concept of an eternity loop in Star Trek: Strange New Worlds is a thought-provoking exploration of human nature. An eternity loop, for those unfamiliar, is a time loop where a character is stuck reliving the same moment or sequence of events over and over. This narrative device allows the writers to delve into the psychological and emotional consequences of being trapped in a never-ending cycle, forcing the character to confront their own flaws, biases, and limitations. In the context of Strange New Worlds, the eternity loop serves as a metaphor for the human condition, highlighting our tendency to repeat the same mistakes and patterns of behavior despite our best intentions. For example, in the episode The Eternity Loop, Captain Pike finds himself stuck in a time loop, reliving the same 10 minutes over and over. At first, he tries to use this opportunity to learn from his mistakes and improve his decision-making, but as the loop continues, he begins to realize that he's not making progress at all. He's still making the same choices, still reacting to the same situations in the same way. This raises questions about the nature of free will and personal growth, and whether we are truly capable of change, or if we are just stuck in a cycle of repetition. By exploring these themes through the eternity loop, the writers of Strange New Worlds offer a nuanced and thought-provoking commentary on the human experience. The eternity loop also allows the writers to explore the concept of Groundhog Day syndrome, where a character becomes increasingly desensitized to the repetition of events and begins to lose their sense of identity and purpose. This can lead to a sense of existential dread, as the character realizes that they're trapped in a never-ending cycle with no escape. In the context of Strange New Worlds, this theme is particularly relevant, as Captain Pike is a character who is often driven by a sense of duty and responsibility. His experience in the eternity loop forces him to confront the possibility that even his best efforts may not be enough to change the course of events, and that he may be trapped in a cycle of repetition forever. In the context of the show, the eternity loop serves as a powerful metaphor for the cyclical nature of human existence. It highlights the idea that we often find ourselves trapped in patterns of behavior, thought, and emotion that are repetitive and unfulfilling. This phenomenon is evident in the character of Captain Pike, who is forced to confront his own flaws and biases as he navigates the loop. One example of this is his repeated attempts to prove himself as a worthy leader, often at the expense of his crew's well-being. In the loop, we see him struggle with the same self-doubt and impulsive decisions that have plagued him in the past, highlighting the idea that we often repeat the same mistakes without learning from them. This cycle of self-repetition is a universal human experience, and the eternity loop brings it into stark relief. We see Pike's crew, including Number One and Lazen, struggling with their own personal demons and patterns of behavior, such as Lazen's ongoing battle with her past and Number One's struggle with her own identity. Through their experiences, the show suggests that our lives are shaped by these cycles of repetition, and that breaking free from them requires a willingness to confront our own flaws and biases. The eternity loop becomes a kind of cosmic mirror, reflecting back to us the patterns and habits that hold us back and challenging us to grow and change.